Hey guys, it's Hazel here with Wishtrend TV. So actually we're always looking for Wishtrend TV hosts that would like to work with us at Wishtrend TV. Not only hosts, but we're also interested in meeting any one of you guys who want to do collaborations or come in as guests. So read the description and mail us anytime when you guys are interested. So have you ever been surprised at looking in the mirror and looking at your shoulders and you see all these white flakes, dandruff, or going out and you can't really wear dark clothes because you have dandruff like falling like flaky snow? And all I want to say, if you are one of those who are stuck with dandruff or you just got dandruff, it's really hard to get rid of. Also, there are so many environmental factors that affect dandruff. So even if you don't have it, you can easily get it. So before I start, we had a lot of questions regarding dandruff, hair, and oily hair, dry hair, anything related to these topics. I'm just gonna read a couple and hopefully this will answer your questions. So Jujenji asked, does rubbing shampoo into foam and rubbing into your hair, does it actually make a difference rather than applying the shampoo directly onto your hair? And Stephanie M asked, which one do you recommend if you have dandruff? So these are all great questions and we had a lot more, but I'm going to answer all of these questions, so keep tuning in if you want to know all about dandruff. What is dandruff? That's probably the most important thing, right? So first of all, the scalp of our skin is basically like a cover or like a mask, kind of like a sheet mask of our skin. The epidermis, which is basically the outer layer of our skin, it creates dead skin cells and keratinizes. So that's why dandruff is prominent and you can experience itching in that area. So basically that's how dandruff is created. The different kinds of dandruff we have. So like I said, our scalp is part of our skin basically. And just like how our faces have oily, dry, combination, different types of skin, it's the same with our scalp. But for dandruff, regardless of skin type, it's all created by any type of skin type. But do we all have the same type of dandruff? Nope. Dandruff can actually be categorized into two different types, oily and dry. So now I'm going to talk about dry dandruff. When the scalp is too dry and has low water and oil content, the dead skins tend to fall off easily. The dandruff particles are actually a little bit smaller and it falls off easily, like I said, kind of like snow on your shoulders. And for dry seasons such as winter as now, you actually might feel more itchiness to your head. Okay, so for oily dandruff, your scalp has too much sebum secretion, so basically you're quickly creating dead skin cells. While the great amount of sebum is stuck on your oily scalp, the dead skin cells will eventually fall off. And actually, if you have oily dandruff, that's actually a lot more dangerous than dry dandruff. If oily dandruff gets worse, you're going to experience hair loss as well as seborrheic dermatitis to the scalp. So what is seborrheic dermatitis? If there's an overflow of oil secretion of the sebum, and because of this condition, molds and germs actually grow and creates redness to the scalp. And in return, those gross gooks and scabs, they can be formed. So like mentioned before, all types of scalps get dandruff. It doesn't matter, but the causes and the symptoms and the amount of sebum secretion are all different. So it's really important to manage according to your scalp type. If you have dry scalp, this will actually make your scalp worse, and rather than removing the dandruff you have. You know, you hear all those advertisements such as, this is good for your dandruff, this is really good for your hair, for your scalp, but you really need to know what kind of scalp you have before you get into those advertisements. A lot of scalp care shops or even dermatologists, they're gonna be like, oh, we can really treat your hair and dandruff and get rid of it. And actually some places they may be effective. However, today I'm going to talk about some DIY home care management you can do without spending expensive money and where you can manage your dandruff just in your own house. So I'm going to talk about all you have to know to make a healthy scalp for both oily and dry scalp. So the first thing, to get rid of your dandruff, you need a healthy scalp. First is let's talk about having a healthy physical body. Just like our skin, our scalp is exactly the same. So when our physical body isn't really healthy, you'll kind of see water evaporation more, as well as your skin getting rough, as well as losing elasticity. So to maintain a healthy physical body, just keep in mind of these points. Although you may know it, I'm just going to go over it really quick. So have a regular sleeping pattern of more than 6 hours. Don't be too overstressed, and try to take a break time to time. Stress actually declines a balanced blood flow, so this affects your metabolism, and eventually this affects your scalp. So just get out there and create a hobby such as exercising and release your stress. So next is getting that full nutritional supply. After getting enough rest, now it's time to nourish your scalp to make it healthy. An important nutrient source for the scalp is actually vitamin A and vitamin B. It's an excellent source that controls sebum secretion. So you can find it in foods such as fish, mushrooms, eggs, sweet potatoes, and bananas. And did you know, I had no idea, but did you know coffee, sweets, and sugars all have an effect on dandruff? I need to cut down on my coffee for sure now. No matter what, a balanced regular diet for any healthy normal skin and physical body is the best. So eating enough protein, minerals, vitamins, and carbohydrates all in a balanced meal is the best. But did you know, not only just intaking foods, but you can actually apply them directly to your scalp? Just pour like an adequate amount of facial oil that may contain vitamin A or B and gently massage it around your scalp. But since you're using oils, I recommend dry scalp users to use this rather if you have an oily scalp. So next is hygienic environment. A clean environment is very important from keeping from dandruff from growing. Especially take care of your beddings and your towels that you daily use for your hair. Pillows, they actually contain a lot of germs and bacteria, so it's really important to wash them at least once a month. And towels too should be replaced often because it's repeatedly used for your hair and your skin. So not just your surrounding environment, but it's important to keep your scalp clean. And an important note is, washing your hair often doesn't necessarily mean that your scalp is going to be clean. Too much shampoo can actually cause unnecessarily amounts of moisture and sebum to evaporate. And it's best to actually wash your hair in the evening because that's when our hair and skin cells are very active. So basically, when the dead skin cells are removed from the day, the cells will actively nourish at nighttime. So let's see if you are washing your hair the proper way. The points I'll give you, check these points if you are properly washing your hair. First of all, I admit I do it all the time. Actually, I've been doing it since I was born basically. I make the mistake of actually directly putting shampoo onto my scalp. This in fact damages the protein and in fact damages your scalp and your hair. So it's best to apply an adequate amount of shampoo and actually foam it up before you start washing your hair. So actually foam your shampoo up again, like I said, and apply it to the scalp and just gently massage it. And it's important to gently massage it with like your fingertips rather than your nails. And from time to time, just kind of gently press it as well. And 5 minutes of shampooing is just enough to get rid of sebums and waste in your scalp. But if you have dry scalp, kind of like me, don't shampoo your hair for too long. So after shampooing, it's really important to get all your shampoo residue out of your hair. And I used to do this when I was younger because I just didn't know. I left the shampoo in a little bit, didn't wash it all out because I just like the scent of the shampoo left in my hair. But it can actually cause pores and cause more dandruff as well as cause more irritation. So fully cleanse out all that shampoo out from the top and to the back of your ears to all of it out. And what's even better, I have to admit, I don't do this often because I don't really like cold water, but if you actually wash your hair with cold water at the end, it actually shrinks your open pores smaller, and it actually maintains a healthier scalp and hair at the end. Okay, final point is drying your hair. Best way is to just use a dry towel and let it dry with natural wind. But if you must use a blow dryer, try to keep the blow dryer about like 20 to 30 centimeters away so you don't get exact heat directly onto your scalp. When you're actually drying your hair in heat, it actually affects and irritates the scalp, and too much moisture is actually evaporated in your scalp. Another important point is completely dry your scalp. So if your hair is in a damp state, actually it's the perfect and best environment for bacteria to grow and dandruff to increase. So even if you don't have much time, please try to dry your scalp and your hair before you leave. So we have learned different ways to make your scalp and hair very healthy. We talked about having a healthy body, having a clean environment, and how to wash and dry our hair. But I do have to say, the thing that actually directly touches our hair and our scalp is the shampoo that we use. So can you actually maintain a healthy scalp when you're not using the right shampoo or an unfit shampoo for your scalp? So now, since we know how to properly shampoo our hair, let's find out how we can choose a good shampoo and how to choose the right one for me. So what type of shampoo should I use? So first is a deep cleansing shampoo. You need to first get rid of all that dandruff and get rid of that fungus for your scalp to breathe. Number 2 is find a mild and non-harsh shampoo with good ingredients inside. So even if you find a good shampoo that does a good job with deep cleansing, the ingredients might be too harsh for your scalp. If a strong synthetic surfactant is included, or even a powerful ingredient included, it can actually irritate your pores and cause your scalp to be very sensitive. So make sure to check the ingredients to make sure that you're not using any harsh ingredients. So next is a weak acidic shampoo that balances your scalp. A weak acidic shampoo actually balances your scalp so your skin doesn't become too oily or too dry. A mild acidity refers to having a healthy skin pH. So a mild acidic shampoo will make your scalp healthy again. So if you're using a shampoo in the 3 points that I gave you, well, good for you. But if you haven't or found a shampoo that are in the 3 points, I'll actually introduce the Jungle Botanics shampoo. This shampoo helps deep cleanse the dead skins on our scalp. Good thing about this product is it contains menthol capsules, help to cool your heat, irritated, sensitive scalp. When you actually use it, you'll feel your scalp cooling and feeling refreshed. The ingredients have nothing harsh included. It is silicone-free, phthalate-free, synthetic surfactant-free. Therefore, if you have sensitive skin, you can easily use it. Products that include silicone or synthetic surfactants can really damage the barrier of the skin. Although it is a strong cleanser, you can almost see it as harsh and damaging to the scalp. When you rinse out your hair, your skin will feel really dry and may be damaged over time. It's also a weak acidic shampoo that can be used for both dry and oily types. It helps the hair from drying by adjusting the pH level of the scalp and hair. It's not sticky and keeps the hair moist after shampooing. So if your hair is really damaged and you don't have a really healthy scalp, try the Jungle Botanics treatment as well. Especially when used with the Jungle Botanics shampoo, you'll notice that the powdery scent is long-lasting. This treatment helps with hair loss prevention and is effective for damaged hair. It includes various oils for the hair such as avocado, argan, and camellia oils, which leaves your hair moist and soft without irritating your scalp. But one thing to keep in mind is apply this on your hair rather than your scalp. Since this gives a moisturizing effect, these kinds of products that contain oil then can actually block the pores of your scalp. So actually a coworker of ours, not gonna really pinpoint anyone out here, but they actually had a lot of concerns regarding having dandruff, and you could probably never see them in dark clothes, but actually they were saying that this product really helped with maintaining their dandruff. But I'm not saying get this shampoo if you have dandruff, but actually I'm saying regard the tips that I gave before and try to find a good shampoo that fits your scalp. And finally, One more tip is it's really good to brush your hair and comb your hair before you wash it. When you comb your hair, you actually remove dust, dead skin cells, and waste from your scalp. And it also helps stimulate blood circulation in your scalp as well. And I know probably almost not many people do this, but actually combing your hair from the end and going toward the center is actually really good for your scalp as well. But don't comb your hair when it's wet, because if you comb your hair when you're wet, you're actually damaging the hair follicles. So make sure to comb your hair when it's completely dry. So what do you guys think? So we talked about dandruff, maintaining your scalp to make it healthy, as well as picking a good shampoo. Dandruff, if you really think about it, it's really a negative thing. It not just only damages our image, but in the long run, who wants hair loss? But as you can see, just changing your daily habits here and there can really give you a healthy scalp. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and comment any additional concerns you have about maybe hair or even dandruff or any other beauty related things in our comment box, and we'll get to you right away. But in the future, I hope to meet you guys dandruff free. So thank you for watching and see you guys next time. Bye!